Hey guys, doing something a little different this time around and going to ramble about the state of Gold Paladins and the Japanese meta as of right now. I wrote a post about that very subject on my blog, so if you want a more detailed version of what I'm about to ramble about, I'll link the article in the description box below. Anyway, if you've seen the post-Miyaji metagame wrap-up article I wrote, which will also be linked below, you probably noticed that Gold Paladin isn't doing too hot right now. At first, that honestly surprised me because the hearsay in the Japanese Vanguard community when set 3 came out was that Raven Hazel was really strong. As a gold main, I was really happy to hear that. I thought that the clan that had such a rocky start will finally be able to shine. But looking at the results right now and that little 4% they have, it's kinda hard to still have that same opinion today. All is not grim though, as 4% is still something and is much better than most of the other clans that are not even featured on the chart. Fortunately for us, the players who top with the deck posted their builds online. That gives us a nice guideline to what to look forward to when the set will drop in English. The first one is the build that topped the Akata VGCS team tournament on January 6. This one is the one people would deem as the most cookie cutter, as it just simply replaces all the old non-Ezel centric rearguards it once had by the new Ezel superior ride option. There's really nothing too innovative here, it's just a really consistent build at doing what the deck wants to do, which is superior riding Blonde Ezel and start beating down with Raven Ezel as soon as possible. At that same event, another Gold Paladin appeared in the top 3, and this player had a build that is a little different than the previous one. Instead of going with the Bowmaid's lineup for superior ride consistency, this player opted to go with Azerus and Blenius, who gives more superior calling capabilities to the deck. Not a bad option considering they do not require much resources to activate their effect, and can be very handy when the deck runs out of resources. That version of the deck seemed to be the most popular and successful among the two, as it also placed first at the second Mie VGCS team tournament, and placed second at the third Oita Vanguard Championship the week after. As for the other key points we can take out from these builds, well first, 6 to 8 critical triggers seems to be the standard now. Front triggers seems to not be as good as before now that we have Raven Hazel pressuring with a crit every turn. Secondly, along with the playsets of Raven and Blonde Hazel, Sagramore is played at 2, 3 or 4, depending on preference. He's still the best backup grade 3 Vanguard Golds has. He's also a great rearguard and an effect enabler for the deck, so not surprised to see him come back. Lastly, Vivienne is still being played despite the new superior calling units. Some would argue that she is too expensive for the deck's main strategy of using Raven's guard restrict every turn, but that doesn't really justify removing her completely and going without the best grade 2 unit the clan has, especially when Dindrain is there to make her ability basically free. And that's pretty much it. Gold Paladins are not dead, people. They're just not making that much noise after their wave of support. Personally, as someone who likes consistency, I tend to lean toward the first build more than the second, but seeing how the second one has had a little more success, it makes me want to test both of them to see what I'm missing. In any case, these two builds seems to be the path to the right direction when it comes to make Gold Paladins work in that format. Thanks a lot for watching guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.